Heinrich. When school students are out and about, they're away from their families, and they need protection in a number of ways. And so there's a nice little partnership going on between the Indiana Borough Police Department, Chief Schawl, and the school district.
Well, it's a true concern of mine too. But I will tell you that it's an honor to work with Superintendent Heinrich, and our school safety partnership, I think, is not only showing good signs of the progress that we had hoped that it would, but sustainability for the future too, which is important. So I'm really proud to be sharing the microphone in my 15 minutes here with the superintendent this morning to talk about school safety and how the police department's plugging in for the school, and anything else you'd like to talk about.
So how does it work, Mr. Heinrich?
There was a law passed in Pennsylvania that said that school districts could partner with local police forces to kind of partner with them and almost employ them as school district / borough police partners to kind of cross jurisdictional lines. And we took advantage of that a couple years ago as on a trial run, just to see if this is something that would be beneficial. And really the goal is to change that approach or change that idea. Police are the guys you have to hide from. They're the guys you should go up and shake their hand and say thank you and, hey, good morning. And Chief has been very proactive, and his team has been very proactive in making that happen. So it's been a great partnership so far. So they're in our schools doing walkthroughs, saying hi to the kids, bringing in the dogs, making sure that doing door checks, making sure that we're doing our job, keeping the building safe. Anything we need, they're there to serve and protect us.
Yeah, and Chief, I know that it's a wonderful security blanket, if you will, for the parents to know that their kids have the police who are literally just a minute or so away, no matter where they happen to be in this area, and maybe sometimes right there within the school building.
Oh, absolutely. Our partnership is important on many levels. Not only do we get to plug in for our student and family population, with enforcement of things that need enforced, the laws, of course, but we're also building partnerships and relationships with our students and with our families. And the ability to provide police service in a comprehensive way to the entire school district has been really valuable, because it allows us to be keenly aware of the wide-ranging needs of the school district, as opposed to previously, which was 3 schools in the borough. So we're able to plug in differently. The partnership's been strategic, and it touches on many levels. And so relationship building, of course, is a very important one, because one of the things that's most personal to me is building a relationship with a kindergartner and carrying that through to 12th grade, so that we're building good citizens, so that, as the superintendent said, we're building an accurate picture of what a police department does and what police service effort is. We're building trust, all these things that we know are extremely important. But at the same time, we're handling those immediate needs that are always going to emerge, and trying to subvert dangerous activity and criminal activity as best we can.
It's a different character as well when you've got the junior high and the senior high, which are literally just a couple of 100 yards away from each other when you look at it, as opposed to the elementary schools, which are more spread out around the community all the way out to Ben Franklin Road. And it's, not only a different characteristic, it's a different style of policing as well. You're going out to an elementary school, you're relating to an elementary school student in a different way than you are to a junior high or a high school student.
Well, we share the sense of community at all of the schools. But you're right, every school has a different personality. And where at an elementary school, you may see a police officer reading a book to a kindergarten student, or participating in a lunch and learn to talk about what police officers do. And then at the junior high, of course, we're introducing them on a more adult level to some of the activities that they're engaged in are becoming much more adult. So we're plugged in differently, but certainly there every day. And then at the senior high, we're building relationships really with our young adult population. And we're bound and determined to carry them through safely, kindergarten to 12th grade and beyond, because at the end of the day, the better citizens that we build through the Indiana Area School District, the better and stronger community that we build. And that's really, my goal as chief, and certainly the mission of the police department, is to enhance quality of life in our community. And one way that we can extend that and do that, and we are doing that, is with the partnership with the school district, because our mission is a multifaceted approach to school safety, and that includes a lot of good citizenship in there.
Yeah. Rob, in relation to the way that students have one-to-one interaction with police officers within the school districts themselves, within the school buildings themselves, there also is a very serious safety concern, traffic-wise, people who are intent on doing harm, and that dynamic plays into all of this, and the ability of the police to respond, and the fact that the police, in going to Ben Franklin or East Pike or somewhere else, they know the buildings as they're getting into them. That's a big logistical advantage.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, safety is always our number one priority, and what Chief and his team have done is they've made it one of their priorities to make sure they understand what we deal with on a daily basis, and make sure they understand the potential problems that come out of that, and proactively solve those problems. If you go to any one of our schools at Arrival, you'll see a police cruiser. If you go to any one of our schools at Dismissal, you'll see a police cruiser. If you stay in our schools for the entire day, chances are you will see the police 2 or 3 times during the day. They are ever present and they are engaged. Like Chief said, they become partners in education and taking that proactive approach to building those relationships, but also anticipating the potential problems, which gives them an advantage in any situation. So they've done a tremendous job. We couldn't be prouder or happier, more pleased with the work that they do.
Yeah, Chief, there's also a different dynamic at work when you involve extracurricular activities. Because now you've got a football crowd coming on a Friday night. You've got people coming onto that facility.
Yep.
And you don't know who they are. You don't know what they're there for in terms of, we hope that they're only there to watch and cheer on their team, but you never know. In the wintertime when it's dark when they're arriving, then you've got that whole thing working into it as well. And so the whole nature of what you do changes.
Yeah, it really does. I've said many times on the radio with our special events that all of these things take an inordinate amount of planning and a lot of work up front. And schools after school, the ISD's after school activities are no different. That's a vibrant school district. There's a lot going on in the Indiana Area School District, and there are a lot of extracurricular activities. And so we plug in with best planning, but we're really touching all facets with the school. So we train crossing guards. And that's one thing. We talk to bus drivers. That's another thing. We educate the community. That's another thing. We provide physical security and law enforcement role. That's one thing. We're plugging in again to build good citizens. We're going to joint training. We're connecting with each other on radio systems so that in a true emergency, there's the connectivity that's needed. So, and after school events are a combination of really all of those things. Mm-hmm. And so we're just, we're plugged in lots of ways. We have strategic plans for all the events that we cover with the school district. And so, yeah, there's nothing easy these days, that's for sure.
That trust aspect that a student has from the fact that they see police all the time in their schools, when something is amiss, the fact that they have a police officer that they know that they can trust, they'll go to you right away.
Well, that's the long-term strategy, building trust, because the quicker that we know there's a problem, the quicker that we can build an understanding, the better relationships that we have, the safer we can keep people. I firmly believe that. That's a cornerstone of my leadership effort here, is that building positive relationships keeps everyone safer. Not only will it keep the community safer, but it will also keep officers safer. And so we're always trying to build that trust. And I think that the stronger that we can build that relationship with our students and the community police department, then the safer we keep everybody. And that's a real long-term strategy and goal that we're trying to achieve.
Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl, Rob Heinrich, Superintendent, Indiana Area School District, knowing that your students have learned that they can trust in the police officer, and usually they know where they are as well at any given moment. It probably puts your mind at ease too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like I said, safety is the one thing that keeps us up at night, and the Indiana Borough Police have done a great job at easing our minds a great deal. Lieutenant Slavinsky's at our building right now, participating in a planning meeting with our safety team. So we do, as Chief said, we do everything jointly. It is a proactive measure, and it is building trust between not only the students, but the teachers, the staff, the administration. We know that we can depend on them, and they know that they can make suggestions, insert themselves, and engage them in any number of ways to make sure that everybody's safe. So it's a great partnership.
Probably a good thing for you to know as well that in those off hours at 12 midnight and 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that there's a police officer just cruising by the building, checking out the doors as well.
We've gotten calls. We have found an open door at East Pike, and they call us. I call my maintenance guy, and he goes over and makes sure the door's locked. I mean, I've called Chief Schawl literally when he's walking on a beach, and he took my call. I mean, they are great at service. They take their service very seriously, and we're very grateful for that.
I take it that beach wasn't Yellow Creek State Park.
It didn't sound like it, no, sir.
Chief Schawl, you never can get away, can you?
No, but that's okay. It's a 24/7 business, and certainly we recognize that. We recognize what we're into. But before we conclude, I just want to thank Superintendent Heinrich, and I know that he shares this thought that this wouldn't be possible without the school board and without Indiana Boroughs Council, walking with us through this strategic plan. And so just a really strong partnership, something that I think is extremely worthy and extremely important for the community. And I'm honored to be part, and the police officers certainly are honored to be part.
It's all about the kids.
That's right.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Just about 2 minutes away from the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, and Fox News is on the way.